Hey, you guys. So I want to talk about safety because I know a lot of you guys are going out and you're riding your bikes and you're doing your scooters and you're just going out there even though, and you're staying away from large crowds. I want to talk about safety and why it's important to be safe on the road. So I wanted to share this book. It's called Road Work Ahead. Let's see what this is all about. This is going to be all about safety. Hello, Grandma. Here we come. You're making oatmeal cookies. Yum. Do you guys help out in the kitchen sometimes to make food with Grandma? Road work ahead. What does that mean? Move over, slow down. So you see the construction worker right here. He has his cones up. He has his sign and it's telling you to slow down. This is very important because when construction workers are working on the road, we want to make sure that we're mindful of them, and we want to make sure that we don't hurt them when they're working on our roads and making sure that we're safe in our cars. So it's very important to slow down for construction workers. We have jackhammers crank. Look at them go. They're working really hard. Those construction workers, they work really hard for our roads to be nice and clean and nice and free of bumps, because sometimes we get those potholes and they're not good for our cars. So they're out there making sure that our roads are perfect. So we got to make sure that we watch out and we keep them safe as well. People working above trim bushes and trees. Have you ever seen people outside your yard cutting down trees and making them look beautiful? Yeah, they take pride in that. They make sure they clean up the weeds and stuff. Yeah, they take care of the trees. They put up lights so you can see. There they are. Crew working below use umbrellas and hose. Do you see how they're wearing helmets? That's important for their head because sometimes when they work on buildings, there's things that might fall on top of them. These helmets protect their heads. Just like when I say helmets protect you when you're riding a bike and you're on your scooters, it's important to wear a helmet so you don't hurt your head because it's very important. Your brain is very important. Trucks crossing 1, 2, 3. Look up ahead. What do you see? What do you see? Uh-oh. Looks like some chickens are in the road. Are those ducks? Sorry, those are ducks. You gotta watch out for animals too. So you gotta slow down in your car. You gotta say, Mommy and Daddy, please slow down. There's ducks that are crossing. And it also has a sign too. It tells you ducks are crossing, so you need to be careful. Left lane closed. So once again, we talked about how they put those cones up. Those cones are there so that you know that to stay away from that area and slow down so you don't hurt the construction workers on the road. So you got to slow down. It's telling them to move over to the left. See, the sign is pointing to the left. It's telling them go in this lane, don't go in that lane because they're working right there. That's why they have their cones. Watch out now, they're putting up poles. See? And there goes those ducks again. You still gotta slow down. You gotta watch out. That says a detour. That means you can't go that way. You gotta go another way. So you're gonna be going this way. That's why the construction workers give you those signs that tell you to slow down, and they kind of give you a direction of where you need to go. That's why they use those arrows to tell you to go to the left, or sometimes the arrows will tell you to go to the right. They're just taking precautions, make sure they're being safe. Right lane closed to pour concrete. Yeah, so you got your truck, and it has a cement. This is a cement truck, and it's a mixer. There's a mixer inside. So you got to slow down. Once again, you got to listen to those signs. You have to watch for those signs. What do those signs say? It says lane closed. So that's why they're in that lane right there. And remember, when people are crossing the road too, you got to be mindful of that too, because people who are walking on sidewalks, they have the right of way. That means they go first and your car has to wait. Workers plant trees along the street. You know, sometimes you guys, I know you guys have been doing planting at home with your families, and you have been planting things for Earth Day. Workers do the same thing. They plant trees to make our neighborhoods better. Take a look at the duck right there. They're taking a little snooze right under that tree. Probably from all that walking they were doing. People at work here and there. So you see construction workers, they're all around. There's other workers like crew workers. There's construction workers. There's landscapers. Landscapers were the people who were taking care of the trees. You have the crew workers who were taking care of the road. They all have a special job that they do. Fixing things up everywhere. That's what they do. I know it looks like a lot going on, but it's what they have to do to make our roads safe and make our community safe. And they want to make sure that we're following their signs. We make sure we're watching where we're going when we're crossing the street. When we cross the street, we go with a parent. We don't walk by ourselves. When you cross the street, you look both ways, and you do that with your parents. And you say, oh, you look left, you look right, and if you see no car and your mom and dad says it's okay to walk, then you go ahead and walk. But you need to make sure that you never walk on the street or on the road by yourself. It's not safe. Finally, we're at last. We made it home. Oatmeal cookies for me and you. Oh my gosh, he's so happy. All the construction and all the work that was going on the road, they finally made it home to make some oatmeal cookies. Oh man, that's such a treat. Says, and road work. They're all done with their road work. Thank you guys so much for coming in and reading that book with me. We talked about safety. We talked about when we cross the street, we need to look both ways. We talked about only crossing the street with a parent, your mom, a teacher. Never walking the road. And if you do, you need to be with a parent. We talked about when we see the signs that tell you us to slow down, we need to slow down. We say, Mommy and Daddy, that sign says to slow down. You know, because you'll see the construction workers and they'll have their signs and they'll say slow down, or they'll tell you to stop. So that's just to be mindful for that. But thank you guys for stopping in on Story Time. Till next time, I miss you guys so much. I cannot wait to be back and seeing you guys again. All right, bye.